That's what it is. Chapters wrap here. WGBB 1240 AM. Please join us 631-888-8811 or 631-888-8812. Why don't you introduce our beautiful guest?
Tina is a benefits extraordinaire. And Tina, why don't we take it from the beginning? Since many members of our audience are not that familiar with disabilities and benefits, according to your expertise, how would you say disabilities would be defined according to the law?
Well, okay, hi, my name is Tina. I guess I'm behind the air now. Okay, my name is Tina. I work for Suffolk Independent Living Organization. As according to Social Security disability regulations, disability is defined as something that is going to last at least 12 months or can end in death.
And in terms of benefits that people obtain because they have disability, could you define what SSI and SSDI stand for and exactly what they are?
Okay. SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. That is when an individual who is working and is paying their taxes, their Social Security taxes, when your paycheck is gross, if you look at your pay stub, it says FICA, Federal Income Tax. So that is where you put it into Social Security Disability Fund, the SSDI. SSI, Supplementary Security Income. How I define it, it's like federal social services when you do not have a work history, however, you have a disability, but since you didn't put enough credit into the in Social Security, then you get SSI.
And is the typical amount that people receive on such benefits something they can comfortably live on?
No, not in Long Island, not in New York State. I don't think you'd be able to live on anything regarding SSDI or SSI anywhere in the United States.
So where do you see the Ticket to Work program coming into play?
Well, the Ticket to Work, what that does is to give individuals like a safety net for them to try to go to work, attempt it, to give them a cushion, because if you can try to go to work, then you go and see a benefit specialist. But you could come and see me at Silo, and we'll be able to explain to you how your earned income is going to affect your benefits. The Ticket to Work, what that does is the employment networks, and there's numerous of them in New York and Suffolk County, they are guaranteed that they have to find you a job, because the employment network that is associated with the Ticket to Work, they do not get paid unless they find the individual with a disability full-time employment.
And full disclosure on my end, I do run an employment network at Universal Abilities. And one of the misconceptions I feel people have, Tina, is that if they go back to work, they'll be jeopardizing their health benefits.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is such a misunderstanding, misconception over it. You can, in fact, even become eligible for more benefits. It's something that is called Medicaid for working people with disabilities. As we all know, individuals with disabilities, we need a lot of health care. By the way, I'm also a person with a disability. I am legally blind. I also work. And I also used to be on Social Security, which I am no longer, because I make way too much money according to Social Security regulations. But if people with disabilities we need a lot of health care. So if you go to work and you want to become eligible for Medicaid, give me a holler. All you need is a paycheck and you need to be disabled.
Tina, could you elaborate more on the health benefits? Because that's a crucial point.
All right, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. Once a person receives Social Security Disability Insurance, after 24 months, you become eligible for Medicare. You can also get Medicare right away if you are end-stage renal failure, kidney disease, or what they call Lou Gehrig's disease. Now, there's a big name for that, and I can't pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. So, and if anybody from years ago used to watch Jimmy Stewart, playing who was it? The ball player from the Yankees.
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig, thank you.
Yes.
And that's why I said Lou Gehrig's disease. He was that's where that name come from. He had this terrible disease that totally paralyzed you, and you get your Medicare right away without a 24-month waiting period.
So Tina, let me backtrack for a minute, because you disclosed that you have you a child with a disability, and overcame that, but there was a period in time where you didn't work and you were getting benefits, but then, how does that happen? Were you motivated to work again? And can that, receiving benefits, could that really stagnate someone for not working at times?
Well, you know what ends up happening? Okay, I went back to work because I couldn't stay home any longer. It was like, I mean, I was in my 40s. What am I going to do? I couldn't leave the house. I can no longer drive. Like I said, I'm legally blind. But I had to do something with my life. People with disabilities, all of us, it's not that we can't live on benefits, but then you better be living home or in some type of subsidized housing. You better have no expenses. I decided to go back to work. I went back to college. I did my internship. In fact, I did it at Silo, and eventually I did, was hired. I needed to work. I wanted to work. I couldn't live on Social Security disability. I had 2 children to raise.
Right. But are there people out there that might be kind of, taken back by receiving the benefits and losing interest in working? Or is it something where once they start working again, their self-esteem increases and improves?
Absolutely, absolutely, because then it ends up giving you some kind of motivation, some incentive for you to get up every day.
Right.
And what ends up happening is you end up making more money.
Right.
Tina, you were telling me about something called a PASS plan. How does that fit into what we're talking about?
PASS plan, it's PASS, it's Plan to Achieve Self-Support, is one of the most underutilized Social Security work incentives in the world. As a couple of years ago, I think there was only 69 of them that were done in New York. And by the way, Silo, we had a few of them, was about 5 of them that was utilized. This is for people who have other income other than SSI. What ends up happening, you have a work goal. I want to be Richard. He's the doctor, so I want to be able to go to school, get an education, my books. Hopefully with the robot cars that are coming out, I can buy a car.
Okay.
A computer with the software that I need, that everything has to talk to me. I will be able to put my Social Security disability insurance income
Right.
into a separate account. So let's say if I get $1,000 every month, I take that $1,000, put it into a separate account under my name every month, and now I also become eligible for SSI, with right now the max is $750, plus New York State will give you another $87. So I save $1,000 a month. Or also if I am working, I can put my earned income into the PASS plan, get SSI benefits, go to school, get my degree, get my books, get my robot car, because they're coming out, right?
Yep.
All right. And just become a member of the community again. Now, the PASS plan, it's a 15-page application. I'd be more than happy to assist anyone.
She's a wizard at it.
We need wizards.
We don't, yeah. Me too, I need one. No, but they're excellent. I have a lot of consumers who use it, and right now they're getting their education. In fact, one of my consumers is getting his PhD.
Wow.
Impressive.
Yeah.
This is the chapter's wrap. WGBB 1240 AM. If you want to jump on board, please do at 631-888-8811 or 631-888-8812. We're talking to Tina Behnstedt, Financial Planning Entitlement Specialist. And Tina, talk about what the process is for benefits for someone to walk in cold to apply for benefits. What's the first step?
that we need to find out is if you have enough of a work history to put in for Social Security disability insurance.
Okay.
And the first step is, usually, if you remember, everyone, we used to get the Social Security statements mailed to everybody.
Right.
Now you can get it up online at ssa.gov, or you can go to this local Social Security office and get that. And what it says is, there's 4 important lines. It says when you're retired at 70, you get X amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
When you're full retirement age, depending on what year you're born, I was born in 55. My retirement age would be 66. I would get X amount of dollars at full retirement. Then there's another line says that if you're a person who have worked and now became disabled, you get X amount of dollars.
Okay.
And then there's another line that says if you want to do early retirement, at the age of 62, you get so much money. The X amount of dollars for people with disabilities on that Social Security statement, most of the time it is a lot more money and closer to your retirement age. So let's say, for example, your retirement age right now, Richard, you would get $2,300 a month, and you became disabled now, and with medical documentation, presented to the Social Security office, which, by the way, you can do either go in the office or do it online, and I also, like I said, I'll be able to help. You would get just about the same amount of money at disability instead of early retirement.
Now, Tina, there's an incredible amount of important information that you're telling us. Let's say somebody wasn't able to capture all of it, or more likely they want more. How could they reach you?
You can call me at my office. My phone number is 631-880-7929. The organization's name is Silo. Ask for me, Tina Behnstedt, because now we have two Tinas in the office. Or you can email me.
There's only one of you.
Yeah, there's two Tinas.
Okay.
But, or you can email me. It's TBEHNSTEDT at siloinc.org.
Now, let me ask you a question, because a lot of people, when they apply for disability and they don't follow the paperwork, or they miss something, they miss a timeline or deadline, it gets dismissed, right? And some people feel like they need an attorney to do this stuff. Do people need an attorney to do the paperwork, to follow through?
Okay, this is my own personal opinion. This has nothing
Let's go
to do.
for it, Tina.
Has nothing to do with universal abilities. Silo, my own personal opinion.
Okay, no one's listening there, so go ahead.
Tell nobody?
No.
All right. You're going to do the work anyway. Okay? Your lawyer's going to get almost $6,000.
Right.
But you're going to do the work anyway. You're going to have to provide him with the medical information. You're going to fill out the application. You're going to do everything.
Right. So you have to be your own advocate.
Absolutely.
And that's where people, like, Dr.
Absolutely.
Mafopoulos is an advocate, you're an advocate, Mary's an
Absolutely.
advocate, I'm an advocate, so you have to advocate for yourself.
Exactly. And the more information you give Social Security about every element that you have, the better it is.
Right.
Now, Tina, I'd like to address another fear that people have. Let's say someone goes to work and they lose their job. What happens after they've come off with benefits?
After they come off from benefits, that means you've been working for a while, because there is a cap that you're allowed to make without losing your Social Security benefits. There's a whole formula regarding that with the SSDI and the SSI. If you go to work, you lose your benefits. That means you're making more money than God, which is a good thing. Okay? However, life happens. Anybody can get sick at any time. As long as it is within 5 years.
5 years, that's great.
It is expedited reinstatement. If it's past 5 years, then you're going to have to apply again. Like me, okay? It's God knows how many years ago. Anything that my disability gets worse, I would have to reapply again. But if you lose your job, and if it is within 5 years of losing your SSD or your SSI, and your SSI is any time, it's expedited reinstatement. You do not have to do another application.
So let's backtrack and summarize on two of the greatest misconceptions people have about benefits and working. First, in a couple of sentences, Tina, could you reiterate what happens with your benefits, your health benefits, when you go back to work?
Nothing.
Okay.
You get more sometimes.
And what happens if, God forbid, you lose your job?
You
Within
get
5
back your
years.
benefits.
Within 5 years. 5 years is a long time.
SSDI, you get back your benefits. SSI, it depends if you're making a good job, especially in today, minimum wage is $11 an hour. Who's got a calculator? Okay, if you're working 40 hours a week at $11 an hour, it's $400. Times that by 4.3, you're going to lose your SSI. But if you're making, 4, 8, 12, 16, almost $1,900, isn't it better than living than $750?
It's quite a pay raise.
Big time. Big time.
So what do you think prevents people from doing that?
Fear. because they know what they're getting right now. It's guaranteed right now, but people do not really know. What happens is when they try to go to work, and the other thing that people don't do is report to Social Security. Then what happens is at the end of the year, like now, we all get a W-2, no?
Mhm.
The IRS will share that information with Social Security and Social Services. So you end up getting a letter in the mail saying, hey, Richard, Tina, you went to work. You didn't tell us, so you owe us this money. And they don't read the second page. What they do is take that paperwork they sent you, put it down in a drawer, hide it. Like, you can give me a call, then we backtrack, figure out what you earned, what they call also what we get together as impair-related work expenses. We ask Social Security for reconsideration. It can get waived. You can keep your health care, get your benefits back. And if you have to pay back, by the way, I pay back money. I do this for a living. You can pay it off a little bit at a time, and Social Security does not charge you interest.
Wow.
And you can deduct it at the end of the year on your income taxes.
Wow.
So Tina, what's the most satisfying aspect of your work?
When something goes right for my consumers, they get Medicaid for working people with disabilities, they find a job, they go to work.
And I don't know if our viewers can see what I just saw, but there was a big smile on her face when she
They
said
go
that.
to work.
She takes her
They
job very seriously.
They go to work. People are happy that they're going to work. They're able to afford more. They don't have to worry about, how they're going to pay the bills. And, or constantly, answer to somebody. This is their money.
And that's it's so important because young people, we all need to work, and jobs are hard to come by as well.
Correct.
But if you have a disability and you have to take a little back step for a little bit, I mean, that safety net is important to file those disability claims and to go through the process. How long does it take from step one to the end to get everything?
Social Security,
approved?
between 3 to 6 months. If
Okay.
everything is put into place correctly, it's between 3 to 6 months.
Don't be modest. How does it feel to be an expert in your field of something so important to people?
I'll tell you something. I like my job. I know my job. I don't know it all, because if I don't know anything or whatever, I call up Cornell University.
Well, that's what expertise is all about.
I
Knowing what
don't
you
know
and
everything.
knowing what you don't know.
But I learn something new every day.
And you've taught a great deal to me, and I really appreciate all that you've taught me. And working with Silo has been a tremendous experience, and I know I speak on behalf of the CEO of Silo and everyone there, that you do a tremendous job, and you should be very proud.
We have fun. We have fun at work. We really do it. We all share the information because, at the Independent Living Center, Silo, everybody, we all work together because we provide services for individuals with disabilities. And a lot of it ends up on my desk because a lot of our consumers need to get health care, Medicaid for the waiver services, or they want to know how earned income is going to affect their benefits. We all share.
And
We
what-
all share and help each other.
And what is your favorite aspect of working at Silo?
What's my favorite aspect of working at Silo? Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, it's when something turns right for my consumers. When I get a call, say, hey, T, my PASS plan got approved. Or I got my Medicaid through the buy-in, Medicaid for working people with disabilities, and they came, or they got their education, they graduated, they got a job. And the other one is the best, their benefits stopped.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Dr. Mafopoulos, Tina, what a wonderful work that you do, that you both do. And Tina, you help so many people out there. I want to thank you so very much for joining us here.
Thank you so much, Tina.
Thank you, guys.
And one more time, how can people get a hold of you?
All right, my phone number is 631-880-7929. My name is Tina Behnstedt of the Benefits Council, or at TBEHNSTEDT at silo, SILOINC.org.
All right, thank you so very much. We're going to take a quick break here on the Chapters Wrap, WGBB 1240 AM. And after the break, Ray Negron reaching out.
Thank you.